Hi, good morning. Welcome everybody to today's webinar. Today we have Adaptive Sports Connection. My name is Kelly Jacoby and I'm here with the Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities. We will be recording today's session, so you'll be able to reference it back at any point if you would like. We do have a question time towards the end of the presentation, so please utilize the Q&A box on the Zoom control panel if you're joining us via Zoom, or if you're on Facebook Live, please use the chat box for questions. Today's session, we have Maddie and Nick presenting. Maddie is the Director of Programs and Volunteers and has been on staff with Adaptive Sports Connection since 2015. Wearing a prosthetic due to a birth defect at the age of 14, Maddie started as a participant in the ASC skiing program, learning to ski on one leg. She continued to participate and volunteer in various ASC sports throughout high school and college, which inspired her to pursue her degree in recreation management from Ohio University. Maddie knows firsthand the power of adaptive and inclusive sports and overall health and well-being, and is super passionate about being creating an even larger impact here in Central Ohio. We have Nick with us as well. He is currently the program coordinator for Adaptive Sports Connection and has been involved with the organization since 2016. Nick started as a kayak volunteer and has worked his way up to be an instructor, then a trainer, and eventually on staff as a member with ASC. Prior to his work with ASC, Nick was a school psychologist in various school districts within Ohio and California. So without further ado, we will go ahead and turn everything over to Madison and Nick. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. And I'll go ahead and let you guys share your screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us here today. We're always excited to be able to share the work we do and hopefully reach a wider audience for people to get involved. So we'll just dive right in. And I think, Kelly, you said that you're monitoring chats. If there are any questions that pop up while we're speaking, please go ahead and interject them for us. I like to be pretty casual on these things, so interrupt me if anyone has any questions, okay?
Awesome, will do.
Great. So Adaptive Sports Connection has been around for almost 30 years, maybe just a little longer than 30 years now. And we use outdoor adventure sports to push what's possible for veterans, children, and adults with disabilities. We look to adapt, include, and empower everyone that participates and interacts with our programming. We look to build skills, self-esteem, and independence, as well as have a lot of fun doing the outdoor sports that we do. This is my friend Amanda. She is a participant and a volunteer in our program, and she is sporting one of our mountain bikes, just one of the many sports that we provide. So we look to break through limitations with adaptive innovation and equipment, ensuring that people of all abilities have a sense of belonging from recreation and outdoor experiences. We serve a wide variety of people, children, adults, and veterans with any kind of disability, congenital, acquired. Here's a list of many diagnoses we see, but basically you just need to have, need adaptive equipment or instruction to be successful in the sport in order to qualify for our program. So that opens it up to a whole wide range of people. We are a very busy place. We offer over 150 program days a year in our sports. Here are some of our sports. We have cycling, skiing, kayaking, sailing, water skiing, and one of our brand new sports is amputee soccer. Our cycling program happens spring, summer, and fall, usually about May to October. We have cycling all over Central Ohio, and a mountain bike opportunity at Alum Creek. I should mention that we have an adventure center, a home base, and we're located in Powell, Shawnee Hills, just across the river from the Columbus Zoo. That's where many of our summer programs happen out of. So like our kayaking program happens in the summer, June through mid-September. At our location in Powell, we have over 100 kayaks of all different shapes and sizes, lots of adaptive equipment to get everyone seated. And we paddle on Twin Lakes and the Scioto River. So Twin Lakes is a non-moving flat body of water. It's great for beginners and there's tons of wildlife to see. But we also have access to the Scioto River, which offers a little more of an open water experience, and we can paddle all the way down to the Columbus Zoo. So it's a couple of miles of paddling opportunity at each of our events. We also offer sailing on the Scioto River, and we have a number of small-ish sailboats, 14-ish foot sailboats that hold anywhere from 3 to 6 people. We do our sailing in about 2-hour increments. Our sailing volunteers are fantastic and they will teach you to sail. They'll, you and your family can take the helm, be the captain of the ship, or we can just, you can let them take the wheel and kind of go for a nice, relaxing sailing afternoon with your friends and family. We offer just a few water skiing days a year, usually at Columbus Aqua Ski Club. Adaptive water skiing is amazing and so much fun. If anyone on the call has ever water skied before, you know how hard it can be to get out of the water, to get started at water skiing. You can see this picture here. The adaptive water skis are very wide boards, big bases of support. So they pop up out of the water relatively easily. And then once you're up and planing, you're cooking, you're having a great time water skiing. There's almost nobody that we can't get up on a water ski, which is really awesome. We are hopefully almost done with winter and the cold weather. So we have just finished our skiing and snowboarding season. But in January and February, and as far into March as the snow will allow, we offer ski lessons at Mad River Mountain and Snow Trails every Saturday at both places. In our ski program, you receive a lift ticket, adaptive equipment, and adaptive instruction, all for your program fee. You get about a half-day lesson with our instructors, and it's just a lot of fun. Again, like I said, with water skiing, there's almost nobody we can't get water skiing. There's absolutely nobody we can't get down the hill on skis. The equipment that is available in adaptive skiing is amazing, and it's a lot of fun. If you're a thrill seeker, I absolutely suggest our ski program. I talked about cycling just a little bit. We have organized group rides where you can borrow equipment from us and ride around a metro park. Right now we have rides at Glacier Ridge Metro Park, and we'll be starting a series through different metro parks in the Central Ohio area where you can meet us at the park. We'll have the bike available for you, and your family can ride around the park. We have an evaluation clinic in partnership with OSU Martha Morehouse, where you can meet us at Glacier Ridge Metro Park, and we will identify the exact bike that is appropriate for you, so that when you come back to ride with us, we all know the appropriate bike for you. And for youth, we have a program called Bikes to Go, where you are evaluated for a tricycle or a bike that suits your needs. And then we offer assistance to connect you with funding to help you own that bike eventually. So, we also have a mountain biking program. I showed you Amanda on the mountain bike earlier. At Alum Creek, there are mountain bike trails that we have worked with volunteers to widen so that all of our mountain bikes can fit on these trails. We have very, very beginner trails for folks who are just learning to mountain bike, all the way up to, I would call it a pretty advanced beginner trail for those who are looking to increase their mountain biking opportunities. Here are a few more pictures. I mentioned that one of our brand new sports is amputee soccer. So that top right corner there, this is a program focused on people with amputation or limb loss. Folks who have lower limb loss use forearm crutches to play soccer. And then if you have an upper limb loss or difference, you play goalie. this has been a really fun program. We do it about twice a month on Sundays at Super Kick in Lewis Center. I think it's right next to the Delaware County Board building, actually. Let's see. We couldn't do any of this without our fantastic volunteer base. Last year, we were lucky enough to have over 500 different volunteers join us in our programs. Volunteers do everything from being our instructors to maintaining our equipment, registration, cleanup days, you name it. It is essentially done by volunteers. We have a very small staff. It is growing, but a small staff that works to support the volunteers to create these experiences. This is a map of where our participants came from in the last year. So you can see that we had folks from 44 counties in Ohio join us in programming last year. Like I said, we are located in Delaware County, Shawnee Hills, across from the Columbus Zoo. But if you can make it to our programs, you're welcome to join us. We've had people from many states away come join us. And also we are working to get out in the community, take our trailers full of equipment on the road to offer kayaking and cycling in your neighborhoods. This just demonstrates what I said again. Our Adventure Center in Powell is our hub, but we recognize that transportation is a huge issue for many people and many people with disabilities. And so we're trying to get into your neighborhood. So if anyone has suggestions on locations that you'd like to see our programming, please feel free to reach out to Nick or I. We're always looking for fun new places to ride or kayak. So the best way to get involved is to go to our website, adaptivesportsconnection.org. On the website, you can see our calendar of events, information about each sport that we provide, info on upcoming events or special opportunities. You can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn are our handles right now. And I didn't include this on here, but you can always reach out to Nick or I through email or phone call to be connected. We are populating our summer events calendar as we speak. So keep an eye out there from that calendar. You can register. Registration opens on the 15th of every month. So on April 15th, all the events for May will open. On May 15th, all the events for June will open. Some of our events do sell out quickly, so I'd recommend putting a little calendar reminder to get registered. Or you can join our email list on our website to get an email reminder from us that events have opened. I like to include this because we do fun stuff. We do kayaking, cycling, skiing, and all of that on the surface is very fun. But we are proud to have the opportunity to create a community and to create an even bigger impact than just those fun sports. So there is national research that shows that people with disabilities who lead an active lifestyle, who participate in adaptive sports, have all of these improved outcomes, are more likely to be employed, physically active, be healthy, lead a fulfilling life. And this one always gets me, it's to look forward to the rest of their life. So, you know, on the surface, it's super fun to go kayaking, but I know firsthand from being a participant in the program and just being around all of these amazing people. It's really the community that we are able to create and able to cultivate that shows some improvement in many of these things. We followed up. So the last slide I showed you was national research. This is our own research with our program participants. You can see that folks that attended an ASC event report similar outcomes, increased overall health, physical fitness, sports skills, confidence, ability to build meaningful relationships, a network of friends. So like I said, anecdotally, I absolutely know that participating in adaptive sports and doing fun stuff with people you love is important to us as human beings. And then it's just nice to see that other people feel that way too. Just another one of our friends, this is AJ. He was a recipient in our Bikes to Go program. So this is an example of those youth tricycles that we can evaluate you for to get you out and riding. I will note that our Bikes to Go program is the only program where we work to help people own their own equipment. So we don't help people own like ski equipment, because in Ohio, you can only really ski for like 6 weeks, right? But you can ride your bike from your front door in your neighborhood 8 to 10 months out of the year, right? And riding a bike is such a fundamental childhood thing. And oftentimes folks with disabilities have some barriers to receive these bikes because they're awfully specialized. They can be expensive, and you might just not know where to look. So we recognized the importance of childhood bike riding, and we try to break down those barriers however we can. So if you're looking for a bike for yourself, or for a family member, please check out the website for that Bikes to Go area. We can get you started in the process for an evaluation, and start you down the road to owning your own bike. Just some stats. Like I said, we've been around for 30 years, and we have joked for a very long time that we were the best kept secret in Columbus, in Ohio. That shouldn't be a secret. But finally, that secret is starting to get out, and we are seeing tremendous growth, 20% increase in participant and volunteer visits year over year. We had 217 events last year, 504 volunteers, almost 1,500 participant visits. We are growing and expanding, and there's no sign of stopping. So please come join us if you haven't joined us yet. I just wanted to call out one of our kind of cool special events. Nick on the call is not only our program manager, but he is Mr. Halloween, and we have created an inclusive haunted forest. So our site in Powell is many acres big, and we have paths through the woods that we use in the summer for walking and mountain biking. But in the summer, Nick and a team of volunteers transform them into a spooky haunted forest that is accessible for everybody. So we have an option for folks with limited mobility to ride a golf cart through the forest. It's about a mile long, and so that allows people who couldn't normally walk that 1 mile to enjoy. And we also have actors, scary people in the woods. Many of our actors are people with disabilities, are our program participants, and it's just really fun. So if you're looking for a fun family thing to do in October, we are open the last 3 weekends in October to have you scared for good. And I just wanted to mention, we couldn't do any of this without our incredible partners. We really believe that everything we do, we're stronger together. So we partner with school systems, hospitals, veteran organizations, other community nonprofits, and we're really grateful to have some great corporate engagement partners as well that just magnify our impact. We share resources, we share ideas, and we're proud to really be a connector, adaptive sports connection in Central Ohio for people with disabilities and outdoor opportunities. And I super flew through that. I'd love if anyone had any questions, or if I glossed over anything, or if Nick, if you want to jump in and say anything that I missed, that'd be great.
I actually had a question. If you could do a little bit more explanation maybe about your, I think you would just kind of refer to them as events. So if somebody were interested in participating in, say, one of your trail rides or kayaking or something, could you give us a little insight on what that looks like? Is it a group? Is it a one-on-one? Is there a max number per outing? Just maybe a little bit more of the logistics.
Absolutely. So each of our events, you can register online at adaptivesportsconnection.org, and then there's a participant calendar. Right from there, you can sign up, claim your spot. There is a maximum number of slots in each event, but that varies based on the type of event. When you arrive, you are greeted by your volunteer team. So every program participant has a dedicated volunteer or two, and those volunteers are your buddies for that day. They help get you fitted in the proper equipment. They teach you basic safety things, and then they accompany you on the water in a kayak or on the trail on a bike. And they're just there to provide instruction, keep everyone safe, and more often than not, kind of just hang out, right? We're building friendships along the way. Those folks are with you, your volunteers are with you the whole time. And then we clean up all the equipment when you're done.
Awesome. It looks like we do have a couple questions in our Q&A box here. We had a question about finances. So how do people pay for this? Is it free? Is there different programs that people can apply for? And then also there's a question about the age limit for volunteers, if there is an age limit.
Perfect. So start with the finances. We recognize that there are a ton of barriers for people with disabilities to participate in sports, and we don't want money to be one of them. So all of our program fees are low on purpose. So kayaking is $10 per session. Cycling is $10 per session. Sailing is $15 per session, and skiing is $45 per session. But if at any point you don't have the ability to pay, or if that would be a financial burden on you and your family, you can reach out to Nick or I, and we will gladly waive those fees. And what was the other question?
Yeah, the
Age or
other question was
disability
about
requirements.
volunteers.
Age of volunteers. Yes. So we love family volunteerism. With a parent, we have had volunteers as young as 6 or 7 join us. We just ask that your child stay with you as a parent, and volunteer kind of as a team. To volunteer on your own, you need to be able to drive to our location. So we say 16 and up can volunteer without a parent, 15 and below volunteer with a parent.
Maddie, we have a question asking about age and disability requirements, particularly for AMPU soccer.
Age and disability, no age requirement for soccer. And to be a competitive amputee soccer player, we prefer that you are an amputee or have limb difference. But if you want to just come and experience amputee soccer, regardless of your disability, we'd love to have you come out and check us out. Right now we're in the discover phase, so we are just having fun learning about soccer and amputee soccer together. Age requirements in other sports for participation, we don't have them. I just say to parents generally, would your child best, would your child be able to tolerate a 2-hour kayak lesson, keeping a life jacket on, or a 2-hour ski lesson, being in the cold, keeping a helmet on? I don't have, our youngest participant has been 2 years old. Our oldest was 92.
We've yet to find somebody that we had to say no to. Maddie, we've got a question. Somebody's got a son who's got CP but uses a walker, but is not an amputee. Would they be able to participate in amputee soccer? My guess is yes.
Yeah, we'll
figure it
like
out.
I said, we're in the discover phase of this soccer program. The cool thing about soccer is that there are so many different iterations of soccer for different sections of disabilities. We chose amputee soccer because for a number of reasons, but as this program grows and develops, there are opportunities to branch out into other sections of soccer. But for now, if your son is really interested in soccer, we'd love to have him come out and join us for a bit.
Awesome. Chase, how are we doing on Facebook Live? Do we have any questions?
Questions yet?
Like I said, our calendar is getting updated as we speak. So mark your calendars for April 15th, because that'll be when our May events open, and that's really when most of our events start happening, our summer events. So check us out April 15th and after to register for those events.
Awesome. Looks like we had one more come through about the kayak excursions. When will they begin and how often do they occur?
So our kayaking program at our Shawnee Hills location happens every Tuesday evening and then alternating Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings. So at least twice a week, we have opportunities to kayak at Shawnee Hills. And then through June through September, we're planning off-site location kayaking. Locations are still being determined, but we're thinking like an Alum Creek, a Hoover, a Griggs Reservoir. But like I said, as we're still in that planning phase, if anyone has somewhere that they love to kayak or that they would love for us to come kayaking, please reach out to let us know.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. It doesn't look like we have any other questions flowing in at the moment here on our Zoom. Chase, you'll pop in if we have anything on Facebook.
We're okay so far.
Awesome. Well, I
Maggie,
appreciate
did
you
you
guys
touch on
coming.
Bikes to Go and Go Baby Go? I think you touched on Bikes to Go.
Oh, yeah.
I did do Bikes to Go. And Nick's right, I totally forgot about our Go Baby Go program, which is an adapted power mobility program. So young children who basically we take think Barbie Jeeps, right? Little cars that kids ride around, and we adapt them so that they are no longer foot powered. You don't use your foot to push the button. We put a big old button right on the steering wheel or somewhere where the child can reach it, and that allows them to power the car. This program is for young kids like 2 to 6-ish years old who aren't yet mobile or maybe will one day use a power wheelchair. This adapted car has been shown to teach cause and effect, allow kids to explore their surroundings without the aid of a parent or guardian, and it's just so darn cute and super fun. You can find more information on that program on our website and an application to indicate your interest in receiving an adapted car there as well.
Awesome. Looks like we had another question pop in about the power wheelchairs, if you guys accept donations.
For power
It was for the
wheelchairs.
Go Baby Go cars, not wheelchairs. And
Oh, I'm
yes.
sorry, power chairs. Yeah, power cars.
We
It
it's not
depends.
like a straight yes or no question. Yeah, it does depend. If you're interested in donating a power car, please reach out to us. We just have to reach out to there's an electrical engineer that works in that program to make sure that that car is suitable for adaptation.
And your contact information will be listed on the website as well, correct? You guys have access
Yep.
to all of that.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's mine is Maddie, Maddie, and Nick is Nick at adaptivesportsconnection.org.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This was really informative.
Thank you so much for having us. We're like I said, we're always looking for new people to get involved. We love the program and what we do, so we just want to bring more people into the fun.
Absolutely. If you have any questions anytime in the future, feel free to shoot us a call, shoot us an email, send smoke signals, whatever you got to do. We're happy to answer anything to get people connected.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much, and I'm sure we will be in contact for some more information in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.